Hey there guys, what is going on out there today? I hope you are all having an excellent or at least a subpar 2015 to this point. It is very nice to be back in this familiar chair, doing my thing, ready to bring you guys some more great videos on some more excellent topics because we got some great music coming at you this month, not to mention this whole year. We've got some great new vinyl that's going to be coming. We've got some great stuff to talk about. So gather around, get subscribed, get signed up because we got a whole mountain of things that are going to be coming at you. Real important. So fasten your seatbelts, get sucked into the computer screen, let your eyes start melting a little bit around the edges like when you heat up butter for a few seconds. It's all good. Get in here and we're going to start talking about new stuff in 2015 by leading off with none other than one of my early favorites for a 2015 release with Butch Walker and the Chrissie Hynde 7-inch single. Now, I actually touched on this particular single of Butch's about 2 months ago, according to my YouTube estimates, and really, that's just been the tip of the iceberg. Honestly, I get a little back and forth on keeping caught up with singles and stuff because I'm not sure if people like watching videos just talking about one song so much as just waiting for a whole record. So sometimes I'll talk about one thing and leave it sit for a little bit and then come back to talk about the full record. But since I talked about Chrissie Hynde, a whole great legion of songs have been released digitally for Butch's upcoming album Afraid of Ghosts, due out February 3rd, courtesy of Danger Bird Records, for those of you who are interested. There's just been a whole host of great songs from 21 Plus, to Father's Day, to Bed on Fire, to the title track. There's been a whole host of just really great stuff from this album. It's really exciting. February 3rd really can't come fast enough. Butch has definitely been one of those names since I really first got a glimmer of Chrissie Hynde, as well as hearing Ryan Adams was producing, who is one of my personal idols, musical idols, as much as his personality is a troubling issue at times. He is one of my musical idols, so that got me fascinated. Seeing him perform, so many great things about it. It's just, you have like an obsession, or your mind is just onto something musically when you just come back over and over and over again to a same artist's name and what they're doing, because what they're doing is just so intriguing. And with Butch and Afraid of Ghosts and the songs from that, it's such a mix of like Nebraska, Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska tinged, like that kind of lo-fi, real, not reel to reel, but like straight to tape, not digital, really old school, kind of fuzzy around the edges, straight at you songwriting, almost a little demoing quality, but really so deep and right straight to the bones and right to your marrow, and it really means something and it feels something and it says something, especially as songs and a song like Father's Day, which if you get a chance, whether it's solo acoustic or the full studio version which features Bob Mould, you got to get a listen to this song because it'll tug at every bit of you that's you, because it's such a good song, and he's even said it himself, it's the closest like songwriting, like closest to himself that he's ever done in his career, and it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. But I could go on about that anecdote all day, although I will mention one more anecdote actually really quick because you aren't sick of me yet after that one. Speaking of this song, Chrissie Hynde, when I did this, I just actually received a really awesome email from somebody out there who watches my YouTube stuff, a guy named Ben Bigelow, who sent me a really, really nice email talking about how this song influenced him, and he wrote this song based off of it called Omaha. It's a really great little song, and I will actually post it down there below if you want to go and check that out. But if he happens to watch this video, Ben, thank you for writing to me. I think it's always a really cool thing when other musicians and people just in the community in general kind of reach out and want to just talk music or talk an inspiration or something like that. It's like, that's why I've always wanted to be a part of this in the first place, because that is just like where this is close to Butch's marrow. This is where it means, like, it hits home to me and what music really means. So I appreciate that. Ben Bigelow, go check out his song Omaha down there below. But let us get to the vinyl here, since I know you've all been waiting a while. Pressed out of 1,000 copies here. This is one of the 500 that were available online. and one of the initial 250 that were signed by Mr. Walker himself, which is a really cool thing and a great thing to add to the likes of my Bob Mould poster, my Justin Townes Earl thing, stuff that I've had the really cool pleasure of having autographed over the years, which is just like it's a really fun thing. I really love that. So that's neat. You've got a great little bit of cover art here. And on the back, the A side is, of course, Chrissie Hynde, and the B side, which is exclusive to this 7-inch, called Growing Up, Don't Let Me Down, is on there. You get a little few of the details. Songs written by Butch Walker, produced by Ryan Adams, mixed, engineered by the guys over at Pac-Sam, mixed, photos, etc. Pretty bare bones operation, not even really a slip cover for the 7-inch inside, which not really great, but it's good enough. And inside you just have your basic design, all that stuff. It's wonderful to hear Chrissie Hynde on wax, on vinyl for the first time. It's probably going to be the only physical single before the record drops on the 3rd. This is probably it at this point. It's a little late in the game for anything else anyway. But it's a really cool thing to own if you happen to get out there. There are, like I said, it was 250 were signed, 500 were available online in total, but there were another 500 made for a total of 1,000 that are out there in physical retailer places and indie record shops and stuff like that. So if they're near you in your community, go check them out and see if they've got this or just any number of great titles or releases you could pick up, because it's always important to support those guys and do this. And by all means, go check out Butch's record, Afraid of Ghosts, which will be available February 3rd, courtesy of Danger Bird Records. If you go over to the website, I know this the full length is available for pre-order. There were a few gold copies left, so get over there and pre-order yourself some great music this year. Get your year started off on a good note, and the beginning of your February started off on a good note with something like this. So keep it here, guys. Got lots more great videos still to come. Keep it tuned, and stay tuned to more great stuff real soon.